What's up guys? So in today's video I am going to be installing 3D printed lowering links on my 2015 Tesla Model S 85D. These lowering links should work for any Model S or X with smart air suspension. So here are the lowering links. These longer ones are for the rear and these shorter ones are for the front. I have a manufacturer that prints me 3D printed mounts for Subarus and stuff for a company that I own, and I asked him if he could print these out for me so I could test them out on my car. He did, and I'm gonna try them today. If they turn out well and they work really good, I'm gonna put a checkout link on my website, and if you guys want to order them, you can. They'll probably be $40 shipped. Super cheap and easy way to adjust suspension height on your smart air suspension Model S or X. So if anybody really cares to know, these are extra long lowering links that I had my manufacturer print for me. The longer they are, supposedly the lower the car will go. So these rears are 82 millimeters and these fronts are 62 millimeters. Apparently you have to print these at 20 millimeter difference to make sure that there is an equal drop in both the front and the rear. Alright, so first thing we're going to do for install is put this thing in jack mode. So this is the front. That is the lowering link that we are taking off and replacing. So you can actually just get to this lowering link without even taking this front wheel off. So I'm going to jack the car up just to take the wheels off. It's going to make it a little bit easier. You can do it in the front without taking the wheel off, but I'm going to use the jack just to make it a little bit easier. So now that the wheel's off, we're just going to pop off this guy right here, replace it with one of ours, and we're good to go. So as you can see, I just pulled this link off this ball joint here. Now I got to be careful on this side because this is a plastic arm that we don't want to break. So I'm going to pull this side off carefully. So with that now off, we're going to take this and put that baby right in there. So those just clip in like that. You'll know when they're in. They are nice and snug and clip in. I'm going to cut a little bit of this fabric back just to make a little bit of room right there so it doesn't push on that arm at all. Alright, so as you can see I just cut a little bit so it's not touching and not pushing this green arm at all. So the front's done. Alright, so I just popped the rear wheel off. As you can see, this one's a lot more difficult to get to. We're taking off this guy right here. Make sure you don't break this green plastic arm. Gonna do that really quick and then get to the other side. Alright, that rear was a lot easier to pop off for me for some reason. So this link is going to go here. Let me get a different angle. It's going to go here and then down here. So it's going to look like this. If you do it this way, you're going to have some serious troubles. So just make sure that the green arm is pointed down. And you just pop that guy on. Just like that. Alright, so I got this back one on the green arm. Now I gotta pop this guy. See if I can do it one-handed on camera for you guys. Just to show you what it sounds like. There it goes. That one's in. So I will say on these rear ones, the longer ones, these holes right here, the middle holes where that ball joint goes in, it won't focus very well, right there, they could be bored out just like a little bit on the edges. So what I did is I took this and I stuck it in here and just twisted to bore it out a little bit, and then I used spit to lube it up, and it worked. It's pretty tough to get in there without it. Alright, so now that both sides are on, I'm going to put the wheel back on, and then I'm going to do the other side. I'll show you guys the finished product. Just snap the last one in. Gonna put this wheel back on and then lower her down, see how she looks. Alright, so I just finished up. Before I lower it down and show you guys what it looks like, I wanted to touch on a few things to help with installing these. So to remove the front ones, I would recommend just a set of pliers. You grab it towards where it is held on at the ball joint, and you kind of just clamp it and twist it off while keeping the other side where the green plastic arm is kind of stable. It came off really easy. The first time it took me 20 minutes to get that one off, and then after that the other side took me about 2 minutes. The rear, definitely bore it out, as I said earlier. That's definitely going to help when you are ready to put the new ones back in. Bore the new ones out a little bit, lube them up. I've just put some spit on it and it worked really well. Easy. The rear ones are way easier to take off the actual ball joints. I felt like the front ones were a little bit harder. I think that's it. I mean, just make sure you don't break anything. Try not to break the plastic green arms. Those are really important. And so here we go. So it'll take a little bit to level itself out after you take it off jack mode. This is the very high setting. I'll give you a little walk around on this side. It's very high. Okay, this is the high setting, and I can already tell you right now this is going to be so much lower when we go to standard and low. This is about how it sits at the regular low setting from the factory. Here's the standard setting, and as you can see, we're already getting to fender tire action. Here's this side. It's about 1 finger, 1.5 fingers from fender to tire. Here's the low setting, and as you can see, this is basically tucking tire, both front and rear. Maybe a finger in there. I'm going to be putting new wheels on soon, so we'll see how it turns out, but there's a decent shot about how low it gets you with these extra long lowering links. There you have it, guys. That's it. Super easy install for the most part. If anybody has any questions or concerns about these, let me know. Happy to answer them, whether it's an install question or a height question, whatever. Send a message to me or comment down below. I'm going to put a checkout link for these in the description. If anybody wants to order a set, they'll just be $40 shipped. I think that's super reasonable and super cheap for anybody that wants to lower their smart air suspension car. As far as comparing them to like coilovers or any other lowering links on the market, I've only seen them $100 plus. So I think this is a really good opportunity for anybody that wants to, on the cheap side, lower their car. And I think it looks really good.